Do you struggle with financial self-discipline? If that's you, you don't need more guilt. You need a coach. Bob Beals says nobody wants to fail. People most often fail because they just don't know how to succeed. I think this strikes at the root of most of America's financial problems. Just say no may have a nice ring to it, but for most of it, it's never become a lifestyle. The Social Security Administration reports that almost 75% of single Social Security recipients aged 65 and above depend on Social Security for almost all of their monthly income. Now, we might like to blame that gloomy fact on anyone or anything other than the person that we look at every morning in the mirror, but my experience shows that he or she is the person to blame. Let's get back on my admonition that you need a coach. If you don't like the mental picture of a coach, use the term personal trainer. Think about the primary functions of a coach or a personal trainer: instruction, motivation, and accountability. Back before the Earth's crust hardened, I played a little football. I had plenty of coaches, and they weren't a charming bunch. First, they instructed me in the fine art of blocking and tackling, and next they motivated me by such lovely statements as, "More, if your brains was dynamite, you couldn't make a hummingbird sneeze," or something to that effect. Sensitivity counselors would say that such negative motivation isn't ideal, but it did have a certain effect. Finally, they kept me accountable. Rarely did I want to show up at practice twice a day in the heat of August, but I knew that if I decided not to come to practice, I would get an opportunity for some special one-on-one time with my coaches that would involve lots and lots and lots of running. I'm finding that many people these days need those same functions in their financial lives. We need instruction, motivation, and accountability. Most fitness clubs around the country offer the services of personal trainers. Usually their job is to instruct their client in the proper methods of physical fitness, be it exercise, diet, or rest. And the instruction is only the beginning. Think about how many people you know who own a library full of diet books and exercise videos. Are they fit? Not often. So knowledge alone isn't the answer. We need the additional help of motivation and accountability. That's why the diet industry is so big, no pun intended. Almost every program that is successful contains the three elements of instruction, motivation, and accountability. That's why they weigh you every week. I suggest you find someone who can act as your coach or your personal trainer for personal finances. Your choices may be limited, but let's examine a couple of options. First, you could ask a friend. And you might have a friend who is knowledgeable in the area of personal finances who would be willing to help you. But don't just ask someone who gets a subscription to Money Magazine. Ask yourself if they seem to have their financial act together. Is their situation comparable to yours? The second is you could ask a professional. Now, that may be a CPA or a certified financial planner, maybe even a banker or a broker or somebody else involved in the world of finances. But again, take caution. Make sure they're looking after your best interest, not just their own. Remember, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. So if you want to break the cycle, then introduce into that cycle instruction, motivation, and accountability. My advice, get a coach. Offering you wisdom on wealth, I'm Byron Moore.